Well, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name, but I've never been to a land with no name. So let's go to the land with no name. And apparently the creator watched this, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be nice now. And I'll have incentive not to be rude. But I do feel that I've been grumpy a bunch for no good discernible reason. So on this level, I got stuck, like, on one section, and the only reason I got stuck is because I was a complete moron and completely forgot about a switch. The creator told me that the first two worlds are a little bit messy. I don't know that yet, because my advanced playthrough has only reached level World 3 just, and the World 2 boss is such a pain. I might cheat it on this playthrough, which I normally don't really do unless I'm like, yeah, that's really shit. Excellent. Excellent. This is where we are right now. Good job, me. Good job. I hope we get to max coins. We'll be at max coins at... So, in the last one it was, I think, 999, and now they made it 1,999. It's like, okay, is that a joke? Is this where we get this is where we get the no gun or the energy gun? Do I already have the energy blaster? I'm pretty sure I missed the energy blaster in the castle somewhere. Because I'm pretty sure that's where you get it. Oh, God, I'm gonna have to go back there. I might as well use these bullets while I got them. Smoke 'em if you got 'em is advice, not a suggestion. So this is the trumpet bus. It is a rocket launcher. The rockets move a bit funny and they're nice and colorful, so I can't disagree with it. My only downside is I know it isn't really the case. The projectiles are actually pretty reliable. You can very well aim it, I think, better than the rocket launcher. It just feels better than the rocket launcher because this looks nicer. But I can't help but feel that the whole wibbly wobbly wibbly is gonna make some people go, no. I don't get why they have like all these fun creative enemies and then you still use the bog standard vanilla out of the box Hell Knights. Like, you already got the hammer throwing guys, as annoying as they are. I mean, technically he's already using Kako demons, so... Yeah, no boxes are 5. As usual. Not breaking any bank here on exciting innovations. These guys suck. They show up a lot, but they are weak. The problem is that projectiles stick around for a couple of seconds, which makes them super frustrating to deal with. Don't forget, you can either tap your assault rifle or use your pistol, whichever one suits your needs. Oh great, it's you. I hit you. Okay, so I remember where 2 coins are. There's one in the well, and there's... Okay, I think I know where all the coins are now. Been through the desert on a horse with no name. It's good to be out of the rain. To be honest, the only reason I know a lot of American music is A, they just broadcasted that stuff around here, or B, it was on Grand Theft Auto's radio. Horse with No Name, however, I watched primarily on... What did I watch it on? I think on San Andreas. That's where they had that song. So this secret's kind of neat, because you're going to go that way, because that's where all the stuff's at. But no, the secret's right over here. Oh, it's you. Oh, we're almost there. Almost gonna get the heal coins. It cost me 2,000 coins to get there, but... almost there. I just need a couple more coins. Go to the party. Sometimes I feel like this is about to go Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Okay, so you might notice now that I'm getting health every time I pick up a coin. It's 1, and it doesn't like go over 100, but the fact you get goddamn health is such a game changer. Why not just make it the factory standard setting? Like, it's such a good feature. Okay, in a second we're gonna have to find a secret. See, the problem I have with this, with the whole sniping business, is it effectively turns it into a... Like, that's so bog standard. Like, this is realism. Is you just take a second between each shot to line it up again. These guys suck. At some points, they're actually really well. Like, they are just like, oh no, there they are. Up here is a button. And that button did something that I didn't show off earlier, but we'll get to see in a sec. I'm not looking forward to the Love World 2 boss for a good reason. The biggest problem I have with that boss is just that it advertises use the rocket launcher, but the rocket launcher is like a really bad idea. So the boss has a projectile that poisons you. It also can get hit, which means that you can blow yourself up with your own rockets if you're being a little too gung-ho about it. Which I wouldn't mind if it wasn't so frustrating to deal with. Like, that boss would have been better if A, he didn't have any other attacks. Like, he doesn't have that little fireball attack, too. And you just use the other weapon, and it doesn't, like, advertise with 18,000 ammo boxes for your rockets. What would also have worked? Or it just, the poison attack just doesn't have a hitbox. Like, the fact that it has a hitbox is what kills it. Also, that attack is way too strong in homing. Like, it's got the strong homing that I hate. You can't jump over it. You can't maneuver around it too effectively. You basically have to keep your wall between you and him at all times. Which, fine, that's a way to design a level, but it's not a fun way to design a level. And there's a cockatoon where we just stand in front of him and mow him down. I'm starting to realize why they didn't give you as much bullet ammo in the original Doom. It's because you can just stand in front of cockatoons and they just die. It's funky. This area's nice, isn't it? I like it a lot. It's got that classic shootout feel. There's dudes around the corner. I always forget these are enemies. I always look at them and I'm like, oh, that's fine. That's nothing to worry about. Every single time. They do their job too well, I feel. They're too good at their jobs. But yes, and... Oh man, we need so many more coins before we're at the 33 needed to get that shotgun upgrade. Okay, how do we get up there? Okay, this part I originally forgot. I got completely wrong because I was an idiot. No blame on the creator for this one. But I completely forgot about this button because I thought this button was like a secret. But that button opens progress. Why does it make that? Why does it make that click? But yeah, you can see how that just changes everything, man. It changes everything. Getting health back is such a big deal. Ba-ba-da-ba. They sound so dumb. I don't know why. But I find it endearing enough. Oh, come on. Just jump up here. Jump! That hole was just a smidgen too far. So here's a sign that says, this well needs water. Which is a warning, because if you don't put the water in... Can you die from a bottomless pit just by touching it? Yep. Because that's how Doom floors actually work. It doesn't care if there's, like, water now. It's just like, no, you die. I think this is the end of the level, too, so... I mean, that's not very Nintendo, but... It's the ending. I just beat the game. Sounds a little soft. I should probably turn up just a smidge. The land with no name. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the energy blaster and show it off, and then we're going to go to the shop. I remember the critical detail. That's not where you get the blaster. You get it at the Spider Mansion. I'm not doing shit here, by the way. I'm not picking up any spiders until I'm ready to complete this level completely. Okay, so here's a fun thing. These urns, the yellow ones always have coins. Red ones always have hearts. This is what I've learned so far. Okay, so these are... I don't know why the Spider Mansion is the way it is. So many enemies are introduced here, including the Boo, and like this is not where it has the sign. In the next level, in the arid health, it has a little sign that says this is how you fight Boos. But you can already encounter Boos right here by having the yellow switch. That, by the way, is the blaster. The blaster has 20 shots. It regenerates them over time. You can press and hold to shoot a shot that's pretty beefy. It vaporizes imps, basically. Because it regenerates shots, it is probably one of the most effective long-range weapons you can have if you're just trying to ping things. I'll be doing nothing else. By the way, these chests can be opened for little prizes. You can, however, shoot it uncharged if you so desire, but your ammo count's not really built around that. And this is probably one of the few levels where being able to leave early is kind of mandatory. So let's visit the shop. And maybe we'll do Arid House. You know what? I'll do Arid House. It's not a long level, I guess. Anyway, here's the golden shotgun. What are you buying? Heart bottles. They are exactly what they say on the goddamn tin. They are this. I can use them whenever I want. They're essentially a small little health upgrade. I think they just give you health, actually. It's just a healing item. I don't like how this uses the sticky wall thing so much. Anyway, we now have the golden gun. It shoots a little faster. I think it's a little stronger. It's not great. You already have the energy blaster, so there's a limited use to the... I guess there's some use to it, because you still pick up clips, so I might as well. So, over there is where we're going to go next time, because I hate that level. I want to smother it with a passion. The idea it tries to implement works fantastic in 2D worlds. It's, shall we... I mean, I admire the effort. I admire the effort. But let's just say that just because Donkey Kong did doesn't mean you have to do it. Anyway, there's 10 of those boys in every house. I assume I've only been to a couple of houses. There's 80 in so far, so we can only assume there's 8 worlds with 8 houses. And now we have a good reason to pick up coins again. For correct, that's just a spider through there somewhere. This guy sucks. Essentially, when he dies, he turns into a big puff of... Ow! There's a thing up there. Pick that up. I still don't like them. It's just that you have to flip your goddamn camera around. It doesn't make them a compelling enemy. These, however, are. They're from Blood! They don't choke you out like they do in Blood, but they're still pretty... You gotta get careful. I don't know why they used the golems and made them gray. Why make the golems gray? Also, what's with all these enemies that are not Mario enemies? So you take the effort to make the Hammer Bro, but then you also include this random enemy that's not in vanilla Mario canon. Not trying to take you down, but I'm slightly confused. Okay, so they're pretty weak. And that's preferable. Yeah, the plants just... The fact they're using such a standard enemy is what really bugs me about them the most. I don't actually mind them as an enemy, but the fact that you have to either waste more bullets or wait is just dumb. It's just not great. I think we still missed the switch somewhere. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't think I went here first. I went somewhere else first. Well, it's got the makings of a Mario level. Yeah, and it seems to count the center of this their hitbox as the place they use to calculate whether or not they are visible or not. There's also a whole bunch up there, but we can't see them right now. We can't interact with them right now. I think they spawn in once you open the door. Get out of here, fireman. Look at their little skulls. Little naughty skulls. That one can be difficult to get because it's actually kind of difficult to stand up in there. Sweet. I love it. I just love it when people just vanish. It's pretty impressive. I guess they just trace a line directly back to the player or something. I forgot about the whole fucking fire thing! That's on me. You know, the biggest thing that I just don't like about the underwater segments is the fucking blue filter is so dumb! This is not like against... This is just against the thing in general. It just looks so dumb! And people keep doing it! By the way, he does turn slow enough that you can just circle around him if you must. If you must engage. Watching this, guys! So the slowness. It's just... I don't know. It would be... Like, I understand the fun of, like, three-dimensional combat, but three-dimensional combat requires you to actually move at a speed where the combat itself becomes, like, relevant. But no, Doom's never been about realism. Otherwise, Nukage would have like given you a slow effect, or else one of the endings wouldn't be you dying or something. I don't know. I don't know why this doesn't just stay open. There's no like, and there's never a reason for it to stay closed. I love them though. These are such fun little enemies. They're not Mario at all, but they're fun. Little sneaks. Yeah, you really want to stun him above everything else. But for some reason, I don't get why flying enemies do this. Flying enemies love going down and then going back up again. Hey, never go, see me go down, I'm getting knocked down. And then back up again, even though it's not the tactical option. But then I say, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? There's one on the seat. I hate this one. I'm not against hiding things in weird places, but that one is just naughty. That one took me a little bit. Because it's like you never look on the ceiling, because there's never... Like, things are on the floor, or they're on the walls, but they're never on the ceiling. That's a fake heart. I shot that one originally by accident. I wasn't even intending to pick it up. This one's also kind of naughty, because you have to crouch specifically to fit through there. Which is just kind of weird. Because you're like, oh, there's something... Oh, I guess there's nothing. Because you don't think to crouch. No, you don't think about that. It'd have been a little bit better if, like, before you enter the room, you have to crouch in. So you're like, oh, I have to crouch, maybe? Because I've already crouched to get in. Or, like, indicate that there is, like, a height disparity there. It's not fun when people figure out there should be something there, but they don't... No, I guess trying everything is part of the deal, isn't it? Can't always blame the designer for not making things obvious. Have I really crouched all that much, though? I don't remember. Weird. We got that golden spider just by touching the area without actually picking it up. Which tells us something about how the engine works, I guess. I don't want to take care of these jackasses. also like to point out that that fire effect takes out so much fucking health. Might actually be a good place for the pistol. So they do it. So they do the typical ghost thing in a bit. They're like, oh, you have to find the path. I think it's kind of cute. They do a good job with it, especially because the last one's like a little tongue twister. Well, goodbye. It wasn't my fault. That was a huge risk. So where are the... I know where one is. Okay, I know where they are. I just remember where all the gold spiders are. So what we have to do is I have to follow the path with the things. As you can see, the clue is different every time. Which I like, because Nintendo was always like the one clue. And here's the fun one. So here, we immediately see the path. We're like, okay, there's a lot of attention dragged to it. Which in case... If you're smart, that's the secret. This will open the secret exit, which is up there on the bookcases. You may have noticed the coins up on the bookcases. That's where we're supposed to go for the secret exit. I think this boots us back. Yeah, this boots us back to the beginning for no good reason. I don't know why. It's kind of frustrating. Because waiting for a door to load isn't the most exciting thing you can do with your life, you know? Now here's one problem I have. With the spiders particularly. So, this one's annoying to get. Ugh, that one's scary. So a problem I have with the spiders. You think all the spiders will be in the building? I think there's 2 spiders that are not in the building. And I have a problem with that. Because if you're going to be like they always are in the houses, it would be weird if they're just not in the houses. And they're just somewhere else entirely. Anyway, here's the teleport portal that takes us over here. Let's open the door. And we can now go for the secret exit, which would actually be a bad thing to do, because it'd be a way around. We better just go for the normal exit right now and do the secret exit a bit later. Which I hate. I never like it when it's like, which exits did I take? You know? But that's all first playthrough stuff. Oh, I haven't used the blaster too much. How about I pull out the blaster for the start? Look at how much damage that does. Look at that, and tell me that's just justifiable. Actually, I just remembered that's not where the Bitcoin is. The Bitcoin is in that hole, isn't it? But yeah, the health economy just changes so much from the whole coin thing. It's weird. It's like... I can kind of understand the angle they're going with, but it just feels so silly. Okay, so very clearly, there's no like increase in efficiency for using the big shot. I kind of feel like these enemies are wasted to use them like this, because the whole point's that they choke you out, and that's like the whole spooky, scary thing. You have to figure out how to kill them, you know? Which you aren't necessarily going to figure out in your first go. So one more golden spider, and it's like right around the corner here somewhere. But none of the spiders make any particular noise. This part sucks. And I hate it. This is annoying, isn't it? Also, that one's just... Jesus, man. Sure about that? Well, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost home free, baby. If I really wanted to, I could use one of my bottles. Now that I think about it. Actually, that would make the boss so much easier if I just used my dang bottles. I had bottles of hearts. I could have used them. Well... we just beat the game. So I'm going to show you why that level we're going to do next time is going to be a pain in the ass. And then you're going to say, Okay, thank you, Sapphire Crook. I can see why that doesn't work in 3D. But first we gotta do the secret exit. I just remember, we still gotta open the secret door. How do we get there again? I think we're gonna go through the book area, then we go open the door, so that's a bunch of stuff. You know what, how about we use on these things and see how much it heals? 50. It's not much. But, considering it's portable health, I guess it's fine. I love the blaster. I got a floor, so let me crack this, and I still beat him. No cheerleader there. I don't know how strong it is. I kind of wish I did know. But, yeah. Anyway. Man, that's quiet. Why does the music always do that? Okay, so here we go. Oh, sunset silhouette, huh? Oh! Oh, they decided. Oh! They thought this was a good idea. Oh, my friend, it gets better. It gets better! Like, this works fine on a 2D plane because you can control the camera and you can thus make the silhouette stand out. I want you to look at this. And tell me, like, once we're done with this level, once you've watched that part of the whole fucking video, your eyes are gonna be like, ah! This color. I can see depth properly. Ugh. Also spit on my screen like an idiot. But yeah, I understand the idea, but I feel the execution is just lacking. Like, it's a gimmick that works well in 2D, because in 2D you don't have to worry about the distance between the silhouettes on the silhouette plane they're on! Ugh. I don't know. The fact is just one level makes it alright, though. Like, if this was, like, a repeat gimmick, I'm gonna be pissed off. Like, once we're like, okay, well, I mean, you know, there need to be examples of, like, why you shouldn't do this, or why it takes, like, extra effort to make something work. Because if someone with less level design... Like, the level's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It introduces the Pokies, it introduces the Mancubi, it introduces the Blue... It introduces a lot of enemies are introduced in this level. For some reason. It's just like the secret level. Here's all the enemies you're going to meet in a couple of minutes anyway, but... It's weird. This level doesn't go anywhere either. In case you were paying attention on the map screen. You may have noticed this doesn't go anywhere. This is purely for the coins. So next time... wash your eyes out, because... My eyes were weird after this. Like, Jesus. It's so weird.